Aaron Douglas, you have to know him. I am positive that you have seen him and spent time watching his every move. Listened inventively to each word he uttered. I am telling you that I know for a fact that, yes, you certainly know Aaron Douglas and his work. He is an iconic and fantastic West Coast Canadian actor. He started his career in 2003 acting in the movie, Stealing Sinatra. Most recently he has been in Unspeakable. He has blessed we sci-fi fans with numerous appearances in Battlestar Galactica and Stargate. My lords, I have to admit that I would be here for hours if I were to list all his accomplishments. Serious, I would. Here's the conundrum I am in. I have always been dumbfounded by how many top-notch actors are Canadian-born. Many of the Hollywood greats and numerous good actors who appear in quite a few movies, commercials and TV shows and, yet, they never seem to get the kudos and praise they deserve. We do not turn out top great actors and actresses, but we have birthed many of music's all-time greatest, and stand-up comedy wouldn't be as funny if not for the influence of our extremely talented Canadian comedians. Michael Landon, John Candy, Ryan Reynolds, Raymond Burr, Pamela Anderson, Will Arnett, Dan Aykroyd, Scott Barstow, Jay Baruchel, Neil Young, Murray McLaughlin, Jan Arden, Burton Cummings, Howie Mandel, July Black, Drake and, of course, Justin Bieber, just to name a few. Like I said, I could list names all night. Sadly, it would not take too long a time to list those who deserve far more frequent and well-deserved recognition. I don't mean the glory of such iconic American-dominated awards such as the Academy Awards or other awards such as the Golden Globes, MTV Awards or the Emmys. You know exactly what I mean. The paparazzi focus on their select targets, and this sets in motion a steamroller media frenzy. This, 9 times out of 10, rockets them into the daily spotlight, which in turn shadows the talents of those who for whatever reason do not grab the media's attention. Aaron Douglas has been well recognized. But, few could tell you his name. Instead, they would list a quantity of his accomplishments. Saying things like, "Don't tell me his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. He was in that show, you know, with what's her name?" And similar comments. I don't understand why this happens to such talented people. I just don't get it. When I attempt to wrap my head around it, I feel empathy and, perhaps, even a sadness for these women and men. I do so because I think of the ridiculous amount of income those who are in the sights of the paparazzi draw in, as opposed to the income that I feel Aaron Douglas and many others deserve. Often deserve far more than the flavor of the month. It is. Yes, it most definitely is a rant. To many of you this is merely the rant of a long-haired, overfared, slightly aged, bipolarized, leaping gnome of a once-was hippie, turned gangster reformed into a writer of blogs, author of books, young senior with a tendency to walk out of the dark and into the light. One who is aware that to our talent we are unfair. A rant it be. A rant from me. A rant you must agree. A rant made you see. Hey, Aaron. I see you, my fellow countryman. I seen all your work. Love you, my brother. You are underpaid and under-recognized. So, kudos to you and sincere respect, and thank you for the entertainment you have provided and are providing and will provide to me and many others. It's high time that all the Canadian talented actresses, actors, singers, musicians, comics and such stand tall so we can give them all the fame and fortune they deserve. Just saying. I will leave this for you to consider. So saith the Lighthouse Dan. No one special, just a man.